There's nothing like sinking into luxury. At WashableSofas.com, you'll find the Anabe sofa, which combines ultimate comfort and design at an affordable price. And get this, it's the only sofa that's fully machine washable from top to bottom, starting at only $699. The stain-resistant performance fabric slipcovers and cloud-like frame duvet can go straight into your wash. Perfect for anyone with kids, pets, or anyone who loves an easy-to-clean, spotless sofa. With a modular design and changeable slipcovers, you can customize your sofa to fit any space and style. Whether you need a single chair, love seat, or a luxuriously large sectional, Anabe has you covered. Visit WashableSofas.com to upgrade your home. Right now, you can shop up to 60% off store-wide with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Add a little to your life. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app and live on YouTube with the video simulcast. It's time to find out what the hell is going on with Nick Poliokini. Nick, you've been doing too much all night tonight.
I was going to say, give me 2 seconds.
From the beginning of the show, you're bringing in food. We've been eating and imbibing all night long.
It's been, and I have a mouthful of food, and I'm going to show
you and me both. That's why I'm going to show you.
I was like, we got a little bit of something. Tonight has been great. The energy for a Tuesday night has been phenomenal. If you have not seen what we have been doing, you have to check out the podcast. You have to check out YouTube when we get that published. But I want to kind of give you a little bit of behind the scenes and a rundown on all the things that we were eating today so that you can go out and enjoy them yourself. So we actually tried 2 different meals that are available at your nearest Wendy's right now. One will be leaving very soon. It doesn't have an official end date, but it will be sooner than later. And Tawala has had this, and now we've had our guest who was just here had this, and we've all tasted it. But the Fuego meal, Takis Fuego meal, is available. It started back on the 20th of June, and it will stay as long as possible. But what it is if you ever think about looking at social media and you see a lot of influencers that maybe try some fun mashups or something to that effect. And it's funny because Ed Garrigus, who we've talked about, a friend of the show, and a huge supporter, specifically, he and I had talked about how great it was to get one of the baked potatoes from Wendy's and go to the store and get Takis and crunch them up and smash them on top of it. So if you get the fully dressed potato with the sour cream and the chives and the cheese and the bacon, and then you top it with the Takis, delicious. Well, coincidentally, little did we know that out of Ohio, which is home office for Wendy's, they were putting together a Takis promotion. So you can still get this, and what comes with it is a Takis Fuego chicken sandwich, which is wonderful on its own if you like the Wendy's chicken sandwiches themselves. But then it comes topped with a special cheese sauce and then also crumbled up Takis. So you've got that whole concept. Also, you've got, and if you're looking at following along with us on YouTube at Mr. Mo Kelly, you have Fuego fries, which is, there we go, looking good. Oh, this way.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Delicious. And literally it is, if you are, no, this is funny with Carnisha, who is from New Orleans, specifically when you get fresh beignets in New Orleans, if you go to Ralph Brennan's Express,
yes.
If you go to Cafe du Monde or what other, is there something else, Carnisha, someplace else that's good?
No, just Cafe du Monde.
Okay. So, which I love because, and if you've been, they also have chicory coffee. It's delicious. It's a whole different ball game, but they give you a bag with fresh, hot, out of the fryer beignets, and then it's full of powdered sugar, and then you shake the bag yourself. Well, what Wendy's has done is done the same thing, and they literally gave you a bag, and you can hear, this is your ASMR of food, but it's literally, and I'll try my best to show it to the camera, but you can see it's got the Takis dust in there. So you're able to have Takis French fries, which are incredible. And then you were able to also get, and we tried 2 different drinks that were special. The lemonade, fresh lemonade with mango and pineapple. And then also Sprite is the partner for the meal. And so we had Sprite Zero with piña or pineapple. So that was delicious. Anyway, those are 2 of the meals you saw us on YouTube at Mr. Mo Kelly. You heard us talk about it. You may have seen it on Instagram or on Facebook. But that was what started it all. But what launched on Monday, so yesterday, and actually you might have been able to catch last Thursday, a special event on social media that happened at a Wendy's in Norwalk. But Wendy's and Netflix Wednesday. So Netflix's, wow.
All right.
Let's reset.
All right.
Ready? Go.
Take two.
Netflix's Wednesday season 2 premieres tomorrow. And so Wendy's and Netflix's Wednesday collaborated on a meal of misfortune. In fact, Wednesday herself helped to put the meal together. What made that special and unique is we had, and you've heard what everybody has thought about the Frosties. So you were able to have different options with it. It specifically comes with 10 nuggets. And it comes with mystery dipping sauces. And if you're following us on YouTube, Mr. Mo Kelly, I'm trying to, there we go. It's not as, but the sauces are not marked in any way, shape, or form. And I know what they are because I have tried them all and they're delicious. But Nowhere to Woe, Grave Mistake, You Can't Hide, HYDE. So like hide the, like, doc, thank you very much. And then This Will Sting. And I know that Carnicia has had This Will Sting. And what did you think?
It was pretty good. Are you talking about the sauce?
The sauce.
Was it too hot?
No, it wasn't too hot. No, it wasn't. But it does have a little.
It got a kick, right?
Yes, a kick to it.
And Stafouche, yeah, I was going to say, what did you think? Because you've tried the same sauce.
Yeah, it was good. It's just the built up too much heat for me.
Okay.
But it was good. I like the flavor.
I love how I have like dead eyes on YouTube. It's like perfect for Wednesday Addams right now. Like that's the screen capture right there. It's like, move, I'm gay, Wednesday fries, all the things. Love it.
For those, wait.
Oh, sorry. Is there more? Sorry.
You have to explain your shirt because people don't know unless they're watching YouTube.
So if you are familiar with me and have seen me on social media, you know that Halloween is a big part of my life. And a good friend of mine, Yvette, who has Backstage Bruja out in Pomona, she does incredible apparel and she does so many things. So Move I'm Gay was a internet meme. And you can find it on YouTube, you can find it on Instagram, you can find it on TikTok from a few years ago of some very flamboyant, allegedly homosexual man walking into a copy room at an office and saying, "Move, I'm gay, get out of my way." So
it's hilarious.
That's where this came from. But this was actually a fundraiser that Yvette had done. And so I'm sporting the Move I'm Gay hat and Move I'm Gay t-shirt because, yes, as we all are familiar, and I've been with my husband for 14 years now. We just celebrated our 10th wedding anniversary. So yeah, but it's funny because there's a lot of LGBTQIA+ or Alphabet Mafia who are huge fans of Netflix and Wednesday, specifically the Addams Family. Because
what's the tie-in?
The tie-in is that's such a different world specifically that's been created that there's ways to relate to the characters, even if it's not a one-for-one exchange, even if there's not queer specific, there is in the series, but if there's not queer specific representation, it's being able to see yourself as something different. Or, as I always say, the reason that you hear from me and people, and it could be going in the chat right now, but whatever, I talk about being queer or being gay because I could be that green-eyed monster that you don't know. And so if you don't see me and you don't hear me and you don't get to know about me and my life, you're just going to have whatever the media has represented or certain interest groups have represented. And so being here and being a representative is kind of one of those things. And a lot of the cast members, specifically from Wednesday on Netflix, are huge supporters of the Alphabet Mafia. And some of them may or may not identify as members of the Alphabet Mafia and may be out or may not be out. And it's none of my business, none of our business. But because it is such a loved franchise with the Addams Family, period, to begin with, but then this whole new iteration with youth, and you were following the story. If you're not familiar, if you did not watch season 1 of Wednesday on Netflix. It's about Wednesday Addams, so the daughter from the Addams family, and it's about her going away to boarding school and what happens. And that's what's coming up next. So season 2 will be in 2 parts. First part comes out tomorrow with 4 episodes. And then the following, second part comes out, I believe, in September. Yeah, sometime in September, the final 4 episodes will be coming for the series. So that's what it was. So it was really fun. And I always love bringing things because, as Mo always says, we have so much fun on this show. We really do. And with that, there's no better place here on KFI, on the radio, on the iHeartRadio app, on YouTube, on Instagram, on Facebook, on all the socials, to really be able to express that and be able to share it with you. Plus, this is something fun that's in our, again, like I always talk about, in our own backyard, something delicious for you to try out. And one thing I did want to say about the Las Vegas segment that we had last hour, talking about that a little bit, is if you have followed along with me, and I talked about it last week, but Universal Horror Unleashed is opening next week in Las Vegas. And that is part of the new hoped re-emergence of not family-friendly activities, but this is at Area 15, which is across the freeway from the Strip, Las Vegas Boulevard. But it is a really unique offering. So 4 mazes will be there year-round, and there's an opportunity for them to change in and out. But it's an opportunity for you to go to Vegas and experience something new. So if you've not been to Area 15, it is... actually, that's a buddy of mine. That is, if you're following us on YouTube right now, at Mr. Mo Kelly, you can actually get a little teaser. So they actually had a friends and family preview or a team member preview. So that's the building that you'll be seeing on the west side of the 15. You can literally see it driving up and down the 15 freeway. And I can't even imagine what lighting packages will be there at night, because if you've ever attended Universal Studios Halloween Horror Nights here or at the Orlando Resort, it's like no other. Obviously, we have Scary Farm. You're going to hear about all these things here, and you'll get tired of the Halloween world because I'm going to bring them all to you. In fact, a lot of smaller things. In fact, I just may have something exciting coming up. One of the events may be using my voice as one of the hosts. So that's something to come. But that's one of those things that they're trying something new in Las Vegas to try to change things up. And one last thing before we go to break. I was in Disneyland, big shocker, yesterday, and I actually ran into Jon Favreau and Catherine Hahn.
What?
Not even kidding. So
did you ask them to come on the show?
I may have put in a few notes. I have video, and you can check that out at This Week of a Nick or Nick Poliokini on Instagram. But Jon Favreau signed on. He has been a huge proponent for Disney Plus. And so he has a brand new series that'll be coming out based on Oswald the Lucky Rabbit. I can give you more details about that. You can check out my Instagram to learn more. But I actually got to meet both Jon Favreau and Catherine Hahn, which is a really cool experience. And literally on Main Street, USA.
Agatha all along.
That's right. So, but yeah. And I got more things for you to do in and around the Southland coming up in just a little bit.
It's Later with Mo Kelly, KFI AM 640. We're live on YouTube, especially, and everywhere on the iHeart.
There's nothing like sinking into luxury. At WashableSofas.com, you'll find the Anabe sofa, which combines ultimate comfort and design at an affordable price. And get this, it's the only sofa that's fully machine washable from top to bottom, starting at only $699. The stain-resistant performance fabric slipcovers and cloud-like frame duvet can go straight into your wash. Perfect for anyone with kids, pets, or anyone who loves an easy-to-clean, spotless sofa. With a modular design and changeable slipcovers, you can customize your sofa to fit any space and style. Whether you need a single chair, love seat, or a luxuriously large sectional, Anabe has you covered. Visit WashableSofas.com to upgrade your home. Right now, you can shop up to 60% off store-wide with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Shop now at WashableSofas.com. Add a little to your life. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
Radio app.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
Nick Poliokini. What's up with Nick is on to tell us all what you do. Nick Pagliocchini. What's up with Nick is on with free 99 for you. Nick Pagliocchini. What's up with Nick is on to give us fun things to do around SoCal. What's up with Nick is on with Mo Kelly and his crew.
KFI AM 640 is later with Mo Kelly. Let's continue with Nick Pagliocchini and find out what he's doing.
Well, we already covered all the fun and excitement that you've seen, and if you want to visit again, you can check it out at Nick Pagliocchini this week. I'm Nick on Instagram, also YouTube when we publish the podcast, and then the podcast on your chosen platform. But let's talk about more what's going on in our own backyard, especially because most schools are getting ready to go back in the next couple of weeks, so you may be looking for some last-minute activities. I was originally supposed to visit the Orange County Fair a couple of Wednesdays ago. I'll actually be there tomorrow, so follow along with the fun and excitement and food and 15-minute foodie and all that on socials. And I'll have no, I did not buy the diapers. If you know, you know, but I do have them in my cart. So, that could be something for a future, fashion show or whatever. But handful of things that I've already talked about are still going on, believe it or not, all the way through until this coming weekend. So the Lexus US Open of Surfing in Huntington Beach is still underway. You've still got an opportunity to check out Pageant of the Masters and Festival of the Arts in Laguna Beach, as well as the Laguna Art Affair. So they are separate events, but you can check them out. If you've not been to the Pageant of the Masters, it's absolutely incredible, where you take live people and put them into two-dimensional or sometimes three-dimensional statues. Yeah, it depends on the statues or whatever. And what's kind of cool...
Where art comes to life.
That is correct. Look at you with a tagline and everything.
I've been there.
I know you have.
Times.
And the sister station of KFI, Coast 103.5, is also the home on the radio for all things Pageant of the Masters and Festival of the Arts. But that's something worth checking out. If you're looking for something maybe to get out of town for, you've got Tiki Oasis coming up in San Diego at the Town and Country Resort, which is really fun. It's the world's original and largest tiki cultural event and features music parties and a free art show. If you're not familiar with the Town and Country Resort, it's on what's called Hotel Circle off the 8 freeway in San Diego. And that's pretty much where all the hotels, you can figure it out from the name, Hotel Circle is based. But if you're checking it out on Mr. Mo Kelly on YouTube, getting a little preview of what's going down at the resort. It's a beautiful place anyway, and the weather's going to be a little warm this weekend, but it's a great opportunity for you to get out. Also, if you happen to be heading down to San Diego, you've got the All Industry Cruise. It's an 80s, 90s, and Y2K themed cruise party from Hornblower that will be happening in San Diego. And also, you've got the Chula Vista Lemon Festival, which is coming up not this weekend, but next week. And then also you've got Del Mar races going on all week long into the weekend. If you're not familiar with the Del Mar racetrack, that's where you can catch the San Diego County Fair, but it's also right on the water. It's a lot of fun. It's really, really beautiful for you to check out.
Yeah.
Also in San Clemente coming up this weekend. So back to Orange County, you've got the 70th Fiesta Music Festival, day-long music festival with a dozen acts, 3 stages, food, family activities, you name it. And then also, if you've not done it before, the Rose Bowl Flea Market is in Pasadena this weekend, and it comes once a month. It's a great opportunity for you to get some really cool things. If you're a collector for maybe vintage things or maybe Disney or any of those, it's a really fun place to check out. And then also, if you were interested in heading out of town, they've got the Big Bear Lake concert series happening up in Big Bear at the Village, which is really nice, especially because the weather will be cooler up there.
Sounds like great fun.
Thank you. This has been great fun.
It's been a great evening.
It has been absolutely incredible and always a true pleasure to be a part of Later with Mo Kelly here on KFI.
Some of it was unintentional and a train wreck, but not all of it.
It was, and if you have seen me on certain and some unusual poses and sweating as I'm running around the studio and making sure that we're well taken care of. But it's so much fun to have this experience where you can actually see what's going on behind the scenes, and it's exclusive here to Later with Mo Kelly on KFI.
Oh, there were some other funny things, and Mark was doing the news, and tried to go to traffic. There was no traffic, and then there was no Stefan to get beyond traffic. It was just a comedy of errors.
Yeah, but we love it.
We're all amateurs here. We don't know what we're doing,
but we still have a good time doing it.
No, we do.
Indeed.
We do.
It's even better than AI.
Oh,
would you like to talk about AI next when we come back, Mark?
Not particularly.
What would you like to talk about, Mark?
I don't care.
Do you want some more nuggies?
Yeah, I'll just be quiet and eat back here. There's more nuggies?
There's more nuggies. Yes, Stefan. You can come in. There's nuggies
sure? There
and
more
fries.
Nuggies?
Yeah. Well, there were.
I don't know about that.
You can. There's still some of the Fuego sandwich left. Wow. All right.
The beggar is a chooser.
Right? Exactly.
KFI AM 640. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app and YouTube. You got to check out the video simulcast.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640. It's Later with Mo Kelly. We're live on YouTube. And let me just say, shout out to Daniel, our technical director, our video technical director, for a great job with our YouTube show. If you haven't checked it out, go to YouTube. You can do it on your smart TV. You can do it on your phone. You can do it on your desktop. And then you can look up at Mr. Mo Kelly, the handle MrMokelly. Then I suggest you subscribe, because when you come back, and you will come back, it'll be very easy to find the show. Like and share. In other words, you can tell a friend, share it on social media, and you can be part of this growing community. It's growing by leaps and bounds every single week, but it's due to you. In other words, when you sign up, you subscribe, you like, and you share. That's how you make it grow.
Oh, and Mo, we're about to be live on Zoom, because you know how we have lots of folks who we want to have on the show, but maybe they're not on the West Coast. And Jackie Ray, who's in Long Beach, we can have join. We're trying to get stuff on Zoom. Daniel is supposed to be doing a live Zoom test.
Hey, stand behind Twala. Yeah, there we go. Then the camera will follow Nick.
Look.
There we go.
There he is.
Look. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Well, look, that was an unincorporated voice. Look, I just wanted it to be known that Daniel is supposed to be doing a Zoom test. I don't know where we're at with the Zoom. Daniel.
Hey, there he is. There's Daniel.
Wait, are you on Zoom right now?
No.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, okay. So you're on Zoom. We just can't hear you.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, we're still working it out.
So,
we're still working it out.
So we're working out.
This is a show in progress.
So what you're seeing is Daniel testing out the Zoom, but that camera looks good. So we can get someone like that. That'll be awesome.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, that does look really good.
They can join the show anywhere at any time.
Yes.
Yeah. Won't be Eddie Murphy, though. Anyhow, that was not a shot fired. That was just a statement of fact.
Still waiting?
No. They had every opportunity to come on. I guess they don't want to come on.
Oh.
I'm not bitter. I'm not. Anyhow. Mark Ronner, this is specifically for you. We talk about AI. We talk about robotics and the convergence of them, how they will be erasing jobs, and it's happening in real time. This is not abstract. This is not hypothetical. This is real, and it's happening right now. Here's another example. Sean Ilton, he's the senior director of turf and grounds for the LA Galaxy and Dignity Health Sports Park. He had 26 full-size practice fields, 2 game fields, and a warm-up pitch, as in like soccer pitch, to line ahead of last winter's Coachella Valley soccer tournament. He had fewer than 5 days to do it. So what he did, he bypassed the human element and gave the job to a couple of robots, just 2, who were able to square out and paint each field in about 1/4 the time that humans would have taken. And it cost a hell of a lot less, that's for sure. Without the robots, according to the LA Times, the largest preseason professional soccer event in the country would have been a lot smaller in scope. But thanks to the robots and the AI, they got the job done in 1/4 of the time.
Ooh, high fives.
I didn't say that you were going to like it. I didn't say that you're going to approve of it. I'm just giving you an example of the efficacy and the place that it's going to have as far as doing jobs in society that humans either can't do, won't do, or it's unaffordable to have humans to do.
They're going to make it replace everybody they possibly can and then realize a little at a time, just like those Doge fools, that they messed it up, that it's not what anybody wants. It only works some of the time, and the rest of the time it's a huge disaster whose main purpose is just to make money for a really small number of people, no matter how much it screws everybody else.
The problem with your analogy, since you mentioned Doge, I'm going to use that as an example. Doge was an outside entity making wholesale cuts with absolutely no mind or knowledge of the intricacies of the businesses or agencies in which it was making cuts.
They had no idea what they were doing.
Correct. But when you have someone who is actually in the company, or in this case, you have someone who is responsible for making the decision to paint the lines and knows exactly what he needs to get the job done, and he makes an informed decision about how he can do it for less, or do it quicker, or do it better, then that's something completely different. It's not one size fits all.
Do you think all the decisions are informed decisions? Or, Mo, do you think it's just being applied everywhere it possibly can be and will sort out the damage later?
Well, it's varying levels. You know, I'm quite sure in media, including radio and television, the higher ups are actively considering ways in which they can replace us and be able to do our jobs for less money or no money. We work in radio, and a lot of it has to do with syndication. A lot of people lose jobs when there's syndication.
Well, that's been going on for decades, but I think the people way up have done enough marketing research to know that listeners don't want to listen to an AI. They want to listen to a human being that they have a connection with.
And I agree. The technology is not quite there yet. It still sounds very cold and clinical and cannot do what humans do at this point. But if we revisit this conversation in 3 or 4 years, we may be having a different conversation, because slowly but surely they are creeping into various media jobs. They are news announcers in some markets. There are places where they're using AI instead of actual DJs for music. Real people have lent their voices to be used for AI creations of their DJ persona.
Yeah, nobody wants it. There's a limited subset of areas where it's efficient and it helps, but the rest is just garbage. It's slop, and it's going to be rejected wholesale by people. People do not want to listen, watch, or read any of that stuff.
I believe that it's like junk food. In other words, it may not be healthy for you, but there is a market and place for it, and people will purchase it if they believe that it's less expensive than, let's say, a 5-star restaurant.
Do you find yourself, Mo, thinking that you'd be really at home in Vichy, France during World War II?
No.
No? Not at all?
No.
Okay. All right. There are just some things about
I wouldn't have felt at home in America in World War II.
Ah, I see. Okay. All right. Well,
we couldn't even drink out of the same water fountain.
Well, I think we're talking about two different things here.
Well, I'm just saying, but
you're welcoming our robot overlords in the same way I imagine the French pretty much folded for the Nazis.
I don't know if it's quite nefarious in that way.
No?
No, I don't think so.
Well, we'll see when they replace both of us.
Yes, but the difference is,
I'm coming to live with you, by the way.
You won't even come to my house for a damn party.
I will program it into Waze, and I'll find your house.
You know, Waze uses AI.
Oh no! What will we do?
You're such a hypocrite. I hate AI until I have to use it.
Like I said, there's a subset of things where it's useful and doesn't destroy everybody. Maybe that's one of them. We might find out later that Waze gives you cancer. I don't know. Get off my back, man.
Go eat some nuggies.
I tried.
KFI AM 640. We're going to check in with George Noory when we come back, find out what's happening on his show. And then I'll have my final thought, and it has to do.
Tired of spills and stains on your sofa? WashableSofas.com has your back. Featuring the Anabay collection, the only designer sofa that's machine washable inside and out, where designer quality meets budget-friendly prices. That's right, sofas start at just $699. Enjoy a no-risk experience with pet-friendly, stain-resistant, and changeable slip covers made with performance fabrics. Experience cloud-like comfort with high-resilience foam that's hypoallergenic and never needs fluffing. The sturdy steel frame ensures longevity, and the modular pieces can be rearranged anytime. Check out WashableSofas.com and get up to 60% off your Anabay sofa, backed by a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you're not absolutely in love, send it back for a full refund. No return shipping or restocking fees. Every penny back. Upgrade now at WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.
You with the moon.
You're listening to Later with Mo Kelly on demand from KFI AM 640.
KFI AM 640. It's Later with Mo Kelly. We're live everywhere in the iHeartRadio app. Coming up in just a few moments will be the George Noory with Coast to Coast AM, and he joins me right now. George, how you doing, sir?
Great, Mo. You got to get a drum roll for that announcement.
Well, I should get a check, actually, but, we'll settle with the drum roll.
I can't afford this. We're talking about the Martians for the first couple hours, and then later on, how to manifest things that you want in your life.
Like a check?
Keep wishing.
Just beat me down left and right. Bye, George.
See ya.
Love that, man. And before we go, I teased that my final thought would have to do with the moon. Well, here we go. And you may enjoy this, Mark, because there's a little bit of a sci-fi crossover.
I like how you write these things specifically with me in mind.
I do. I think about you all the time. NASA aims to beat China and Russia in a race to build a nuclear reactor on the moon. It's not exactly the space race of the 60s, but in the way it's being framed, that's what NASA would have us believe. In a way, it's like life imitating art. In the sci-fi show Space 1999 with Martin Landau, it tells the story of a moon base where a nuclear bomb detonates and pushes the whole ass moon out of orbit into deep space. That's a great theme song. If I have time, I'll play it later. But I digress. You remember that show, Mark?
Very well. It's a Jerry Anderson and Sylvia Anderson show.
Yeah.
It was meant to be a continuation of UFO.
That is true. Look at you with your cinephile self. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy, who is also serving as NASA's acting administrator and formerly part of The Real World on MTV and wholly unqualified for the job as NASA administrator, warned us today that China and Russia are both aiming to deploy a nuclear reactor of their own by the mid-2030s. And it's pronounced nuclear, not nuclear. Just want to throw that out there. Anyhow, this is a real estate deal by a different name. He who builds their nuclear reactor first gets to claim a sizable portion of moonland around it as a quote-unquote keep-out zone. It's a type of planting the flag in a Dr. Evil sort of way. You remember Dr. Evil? You remember what he did on the moon? Oh, you don't? Well, listen to this.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to begin phase 2 of our evil project. Or is it phase? I don't know phases. Anyways, this is the phase in which we put a giant laser on the moon. As you know, the moon rotates around the Earth like so. When the moon reaches its appropriate lunar alignment, it will destroy Washington, D.C. You see, I've turned the moon into what I like to call a Death Star. What?
Nah, nothing, Darth.
What did you call me?
No, nothing.
Rip off! Bless you. Anyways, the key to this plan is the giant laser. It was invented by the noted Cambridge physicist, Dr. Parsons. Therefore, we shall call it the Alan Parsons Project.
That never gets old. But according to Sean Duffy, NASA should be ready to launch a small, air quotes, nuclear power plant, a mini 3-mile island to the moon by late 2029 or 2030. The specs are that the reactor should be able to generate 100 kilowatts of electricity at a minimum. In layman's terms, such output could power about 80 homes. No, I don't think we're about to build Trump Tower Luna, but that's just a power reference point. On one hand, I get the national need to beat or at least keep pace with the other superpowers as it relates to colonizing the moon. But what I don't get, and the point of this final thought tonight is, why aren't we as determined to beat at least China right here on Earth? Especially when it comes to infrastructure and technology. China's bullet train network, one of the most extensive in the world, features high-speed rail lines connecting major cities and regions across the country. And it's a big-ass country. America's bullet train network, well, it doesn't exist. Not one train, not one car, not one station, not one track. And that's saying nothing of our present crumbling infrastructure. And for all the supposed outrage over the train derailment in East Palestine, remember that? Ohio, 2023? Or the outdated national airspace system used by air traffic controllers. Remember that? Planes falling out of the sky. There's no push to beat China there or even have us enter into the same century. Russia's Russia. Their economy is not even as big as California. They're not our direct competitor in that sense. But China, they're kicking our ass in every way. So the moon, I get it in theory, but at the continued expense and detriment of our own technological infrastructure, no, I don't get that. I remember being told growing up, if you want to know what's important to you or anyone else, watch how and where someone spends their money. China, no doubt, is a dictatorship with a blended economic system. People are not free, but the country does spend money on its infrastructure. We spend more and more money on defense and virtually nothing else. We've cut Medicaid. We've cut education. We've cut cancer research. And just today, RFK Jr. announced a cut of $500 million to vaccine research. Our priorities are clear. But sure, put a nuclear reactor on the moon, one giant leap backward for mankind. And speaking of drastic cuts, the Trump administration just proposed slashing NASA's budget by 25% just 3 months ago in May. And that's going to happen. I kid you not. How any of this is supposed to happen on 3/4 budget and no Senate confirmed administrator is baffling on its best day. But I guess it makes for a good soundbite and press release. I would offer this as I close. That America being first with the nuclear reactor on the moon is not to be confused with America first. If we're not taking care of America right here in America, well, we will undoubtedly finish last.
KFI and KOST HD2, Los Angeles, Orange County. More stimulating talk.
Let's be real. Life happens. Kids spill, pets shed, and accidents are inevitable. Find a sofa that can keep up at WashableSofas.com. Starting at just $699, our sofas are fully machine washable inside and out, so you can say goodbye to stains and hello to worry-free living. Made with liquid and stain-resistant fabrics, they're kid-proof, pet-friendly, and built for everyday life. Plus, changeable fabric covers let you refresh your sofa whenever you want. Need flexibility? Our modular design lets you rearrange your sofa anytime to fit your space, whether it's a growing family room or a cozy apartment. Plus, they're earth-friendly and trusted by over 200,000 happy customers. It's time to upgrade to a stress-free, mess-proof sofa. Visit WashableSofas.com today and save. That's WashableSofas.com. Offers are subject to change and certain restrictions may apply.
If you eat too many ultra-processed foods, you could be starving your gut microbes, and they'll get hangry. That's one of many things I learned after working on a new audio course about the gut microbiome. You can learn how to keep your gut happy by listening to Try This from the Washington Post. I'm Christina Quinn. I host Try This. Dig in with me on practical advice for life's common challenges. Follow Try This right now wherever you're listening. Seriously, try it.